Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Quant. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure to do your own research before investing money into crypto. So taking a look at Quant, we're seeing a bit of an uptrend here, and we've done a 2x so far from the bottoms of around April 18th. We've gone 2x from those points, and the current market cap is sitting at $1.4 billion with $27.6 million in 24-hour volume. This is available on most big centralized exchanges, so it's not an issue getting your hands on the token. Plus, the tokenomics look really good, 81.1% in circulation from the total supply. So all good on that side. Let's jump into the weekly here and see what's going on. I'm going to try to keep it as simple and as smooth as possible. So we have this massive symmetrical triangle, and we had this breakout here. And this was a fake out because we didn't end up holding above the resistance. We broke back down below it towards the support of the pattern here, which is right down there. And from there, we had another bounce to the upside. So this was an amazing entry point. If you were following my videos, my live streams, you would have known that we're targeting the bottom here, this support trend line. And like I said, we're looking at around 2x, 112%. Now, the other positive thing here on the weekly, the 20 EMA, the yellow moving average, is crossing above the 55 EMA. So that's another good sign. And this usually confirms the uptrend. So we had one over here in December 2024, but unfortunately that didn't play out very nicely for Quant. We didn't have a continuation of the trend. Historically, if you look at these bullish crosses for Quant, they don't end up holding or lasting for a very long time. And this is a specific case with Quant because if you take a look at some other projects, they've done really well after their bullish crosses on the weekly in 2023 or 2024. If we keep zooming out and you take a look at where Quant was back in 2019, sitting below $1, then you understand we've come a long way. And what's happening right now is we're essentially distributing the coins to the long-term holders. Everyone who wants to sell is selling. So we're way past our bottoms prices here. So our all-time lows, we're nowhere close to that. And we're in this like sideways movement here, sideways channel. And you have to break out of that if you're looking at new all-time high prices. And the Fibonacci that we have set up here, $367 is our all-time high. We're going to be looking at $629 if we are going to be breaking past the all-time high. That is your minimal target for this cycle. So I think there's a good chance that could happen. It's not impossible. It's not going to be a massive market cap. That's only a 5x from here. So that puts us at roughly $7.5 billion in terms of market cap. So that's very doable. And as you can see, there's some volume that's coming in at the moment. Not massive amounts of volume, but we do need to see more volume because we want to confirm that this breakout is legit. If there is no volume, right? Look at this breakout here. There was more volume here, but still ended up being a fake breakout or a fake out. And here with this breakout, we're not even seeing any volume. So if you want to be safe about Quant, you want to take some profits here at $136. That might be a good time to sell a bit of your tokens because you've ran into resistance at that level many times before, okay? And you had 2 points of contact here, but those two are slightly higher. Those are around $190 to $170, and then 135 is your double top here from January, March 2024. And then once again here in January in 2023, we were around that same area. And then once again here in March 2022. So there's lots of confluence with this 0.5 level on the fib at around $136. So pay attention to that. If you want to switch over to a different project from Quant, maybe you want to take a look at the daily RSI and see what's going on there. We're starting to get to the overbought here, slowly but surely. We're getting there, and we're printing some bearish divergences on the daily. If you know how to spot those, you already see them. So you're printing lower highs on the price action, or sorry, on the RSI. And if you look at the price action, you're printing higher highs. So that is a divergence, specifically a bearish divergence, and that usually signals for a correction or a retracement from here. And this is a small one. This is a daily time frame bearish divergence, so nothing major yet. However, this could mean that we're going to be seeing a retracement soon, and the RSI is going to come back down at least to the middle of the chart here. And in terms of the price action, that would mean that you could see a retest of the 55 EMA at the very least here at around $100. I would say you can probably take a look at this trend line over here at $102. We had 2 bounces off of that level. It was our resistance and support before, so quite an important level, to be honest with you. Look at all of these bounces off of $102. So we could see a move all the way back down to $102. That's a 17% correction. Not out of the question whatsoever. And with that, you could buy back in, let's say if you sell 10-15% of your portfolio at 135, and then you buy back if you have a retracement. If not, put it into Bitcoin, put it into Ethereum, into Ondo, whatever else you're bullish on, or maybe just keep that money and wait for the next bear market. But that's a good point to wrap up this video at. Let me know what are your thoughts on Quant. Let me know what are your targets for the end of this cycle. Thank you all for watching this video. Stay safe, everyone, and goodbye.